Good evening, everyone. It's wine o'clock here at the WINEMAN's, and in tonight's video, I'm going to talk you through the anti-wine club case for October. So, let's start with the Tariga Nationale from Adega de Pegoes. Now, Pegoes is a fabulous grower. They've been making beautiful wines in Portugal for decades now. And Tariga Nationale is Portugal's indigenous, most native and most famous varietal. And it's quite an amazing wine, this one. I mean, it's big and it's bold, but it's soft and it's silky all at the same time. It's quite an amazing sort of style because it's aged in oak casks as well. What does it come in at? 14.5%. But the great thing is, it's one of those wines that you can have and not quite realise that it's such a high alcohol wine. Tariga Nationale, absolutely beautiful. Next wine. This, the Sula Vineyards Dindori Reserve Shiraz. Now, this is from India. Sula is India's finest grower, in my opinion, and in many of the experts' opinion. And they make this Shiraz in a particular way. So they pick only the very, very best fruit. They look after it incredibly well. It comes in, again, what do we have in terms of alcohol? I can never remember on this one. 13.5%, because it varies between each vintage as well. So it is allowed to relax in oak casks, and that allows it to develop a little bit of spice, but also a lovely vanilla characteristic at the same time. And it's got all the usual characteristics of Shiraz. Now, it's not an unusual grape variety. Everyone has drunk Shiraz. But to get an Indian one, that's why I included it in the Tastes of the Unexpected. Next one, Michele Chiarlo. So he is regarded as the king of the Barolo growers. And this is his Barbera d'Asti Le Orme. Now, he makes many, many different Barberas. He also makes many other different wines, including Barolos as well, Refrescos, and Arnay, all sorts of different beautiful wines. But the thing that I like about this particular wine is, yet again, it's oak aged, but for 16 months. But you don't get the oak. All the oak does is soften the tannins, and it leaves it with an absolutely beautiful, soft and elegant style of wine. It's the sort of thing that you could just happily enjoy on its own. It really is a beautiful wine to just enjoy. Next one. This is from Swartland in South Africa. This is the limited release Karina. Karina's a very, very old Rhone varietal. And Swartland, this particular area in South Africa, they specialise in Rhone varieties. And this particular one, yes, it is very, very limited in terms of its range and in terms of its style. It comes in again, 13.5%. So it's going to be an interesting one because it's got very distinctive, elegant characteristics because it comes from the soil, which is very highly granite exposed soil. So it really imparts a very interesting flavour and complexity to the wine. Really, really like this one. So, next one, new grower, Undaraga, and this is their Carmenere. Now, Carmenere, the interesting thing is that in Chile, where this particular one is from, everybody thought that it was just Merlot with some balls. Until a very wily old Frenchman came along and he was wandering around with some of the different vineyards, Dona Paula, and he actually said, no, that is not Merlot because Merlot has fronds like this. That's Carmenere. So it has a frond like that. Looks very, very similar to the Merlot, but just the tiniest little bit of difference. No one actually realised that until this wily old Frenchman said to them, no, monsieur, this is a Carmenere, a lost grape variety of France. So the Chileans have done an amazing job of promoting Carmenere and making excellent examples of it. This particular one is 13%. It's got ripe tannins in it because it's a young sort of style of wine. But it's perfect with pasta and meats and cheese. And it's got that lovely violet colour and a lovely plummy characteristics that you would expect with a good Carmenere. And finally, piatelli. This is their premium Tannat, which is an absolutely remarkable wine. It's full of chocolate characteristics. It comes in, what is it coming up? 14.5%. And it's very, very concentrated in flavour. It's the sort of thing that you really, really need to have food with. But if you like a rich, intense, blockbuster of a red, then this one will do really, really well for you. So that's the case for this month. Really good wines in terms of the reds, all very, very different, all very unusual in their own way. I hope you buy a case or two, and I look forward to telling you a little bit more about the white case in the next video. Cheers.